Good morning, Guardians. TBL here, back with another Armsday review. So let's go ahead and dive on into what the gunsmith has brought for us this week. Alright, first things first, we have got the Suros RE45 auto rifle. This is the high-impact Suros auto rifle, and none of the three rolls this week are really that spectacular. Roll number 1 has high-caliber rounds, feather mag, snapshot, small bore, and outlaw, which is kind of a mixture of okay perks. It's got outlaw, which is great for those precision hits, getting that fast reload. Small bore gives you a little bit more range and stability at the cost of magazine size, and high-caliber rounds now works on auto rifle, so it works pretty well for the archetype. Unfortunately, small bore knocks this gun's already low magazine size down a little bit too much, and it's just overall not really that great of a combination. Then we've got roll number 2, and this bad boy is coming with perfect balance, a pinned magazine to bump that magazine size up a little bit, snapshot, hand-laid stock, which gives you a huge boost to your stability at the cost of some range, and then partial refund. Now this is a little bit more like it. Auto rifles are pretty much assist machines, but you could still hope for something better than partial refund there. But the combination between hand-laid stock and perfect balance is going to make this gun extremely stable. Still not a god roll of this weapon, but this roll is actually kind of passable. It'll offer you all the stability you will need. And then finally, roll number 3 is kind of the polar opposite of roll number 2. This one's got SPO28, which does give you a boost to your aim assist. It's rocking fitted stock, feather mag, snapshot, rifled barrel, and rangefinder. So kind of like I said, the opposite of roll number 2. It's rocking rifled barrel to give it a nice boost to its range, plus rangefinder to push out that damage range a little bit further. All while giving you a little bit of a boost to your stability with fitted stock. So ultimately, it's a lot like roll number 2 in that it isn't bad. It's got some of the things there to make it a decent weapon, but it's just not really the best combination of perks you could be looking for. So your choice this week, if you want to pick up one of these, is either more stability with roll number 2 or more range with roll number 3. Alright, next on the list is the Tunoella SR4 Scout Rifle. There's a couple of interesting rolls for this thing this week. Roll number 1 does have the torch sight, which does boost your aim assist. It's coming with triple tap, quick draw, rifled barrel, third eye, and eye of the storm. This is an alright combination, but if only rifled barrel were like hand-laid stock, this would be a pretty darn good roll. It would have the bonus to aim assist, triple tap, hand-laid stock for the maximum amount of stability this sort of gun can have, and then your choice of third eye for PvP or eye of the storm for PvE. Unfortunately, that's not the case, so we move on to roll number 2 and actually get exactly what we're asking for. Roll number 2 has got triple tap, snapshot, hand-laid stock to maximize this gun's stability, and then Firefly and Danger Close to wrap things up. This is basically a mini hung jury. The combination of triple tap, hand-laid stock, and Firefly is a fantastic, if not the best combination you can get for a scout rifle. It's going to be super stable, so landing those 3 shots to get rounds back in your magazine is going to be easy, and every precision kill is going to cause that beautiful Firefly explosion. Roll number 2 is definitely where it's at for the Tunoella SR4 this week. Hope you Guardians enjoy it. Alright, next up we've got the Kumakatok HC4 hand cannon. And you guys know how this usually goes. Roll number 1 has got sure shot iron sights, luck in the chamber, quick draw, oiled frame, and then finally rescue mag and surrounded. The only real good perk on this right there is luck in the chamber. There's just nothing else there to help build it up. Roll number 2 is rocking true sight for the bonus to aim assist. Army of 1, lightweight, rifled barrel to give you that all too necessary massive boost to your range, triple tap, and exhumed. This is a little bit better. Army of 1 rifled barrel triple tap is a pretty good PvE build overall, but it's definitely a far cry away from the absolute god roll you can get for these guns. Finally, we've got roll number 3, which comes with true sight as well, Army of 1, snapshot, oiled frame, rescue mag, and exhumed. Again, just not really a great showing from the 3 different Kumakatok rolls this week. Ultimately, if you have this package, I would hold on to it and wait for a better roll to come your way. If you had to pick one up, pick up roll number 2, but none of the 3 rolls this week are great. Next up, we've got the Haka Herja D Pulse Rifle. And similarly speaking, none of the 3 rolls this week are really that great. It's going to be one of those weeks where you hold on to these packages. First roll's got Last Resort, Zen Moment, and then the final tree is Single Point Sling, Speed Reload, and Hand-Laid Stock. Hand-Laid Stock is a great perk for pulse rifles. It basically maxes out this gun's stability, which makes it you kind of question why Zen Moment is there in the first place. Probably won't really need it with Hand-Laid Stock there, and Last Resort, you could probably find a better perk for this type of weapon. Next up, roll number 2 is coming with Danger Close, Counterbalance, and then the final tree has Snapshot, Fitted Stock, and Oiled Frame. This is, I guess, a little bit better. You know, it's got a mixture of Fitted Stock and Counterbalance to still give you that big boost to your stability. But again, Danger Close just isn't really the best perk for a pulse rifle like this. That first perk tree on all these rolls would be better served by something like Crowd Control or even Head Seeker. Roll number 3 does have SC Hollow for the bonus to aim assist. It's got Surrounded, Full Auto, High Caliber Rounds, Fitted Stock, and Injection Mold. And if I could just take some of the perks from the other rolls and put them on this one, this would be the roll that I would recommend this week. Surrounded is again not really the most effective perk for these weapons, but Full Auto, if I could mix that in with something like Hand-Laid Stock, would make it an absolute must-buy. But that's not the case, so unfortunately I can't really recommend any of the 3 rolls this week. If you've got the package, I would recommend that you hold on to it until next week. Alright, and finally we have got the Suros JLB-47 rocket launcher, and really none of the 3 rolls this week are going to be worth your time. I'm just going to go ahead and give you that recommendation right now that you hold on to them until next week. Roll number 2 would I guess be considered to be the best of the bunch. It does come with heavy payload and javelin to give it that boost to both blast radius and velocity that these rocket launchers enjoy, and spray and play is actually a pretty darn good perk for rockets. But unless you're landing all your shots on or near the enemies that you're shooting at, which is very unlikely, especially if you're using this thing in PvP, it's just you're not going to get the best usage out of it. You need that grenades and horseshoes. And like I said, while the 3 rolls this week have decent enough follow-up perks like Javelin and Heavy Payload, none of the 3 rolls are going to be worth your time. Hold on to your package until next week. And for next week's orders, first we've got the Haka Arminius D Auto Rifle. This is the bullet hose auto rifle that's one of my favorites. It's actually got some pretty good base stats. Next, we've got the Suros DIS-43 Scout Rifle. If you actually picked this up a few weeks ago and still have the package, there's a roll that's on sale this week that's really, really good. I'd recommend it. I believe it's roll number 2 for this week. Next up, we've got the Haka Gaheris D Hand Cannon. Then the Haka Judith D hand cannon, that's the max impact one. And finally, we've got the Jingu Kogo D shotgun, and I'm going to save you a little bit of time and effort and glimmer, and just say you probably don't need to pick up this package because this shotgun is usually garbage. But alright Guardians, that's pretty much it for your Armsday weapon review for Wednesday, April 5th, 2017. As you guys can see from my Guardian here, Vault of Glass is back. I've been spending a lot of time in there, picking up some weapons that are actually worth talking about. It's been a lot of fun, and we've been doing raid carries on stream over at the Planet Destiny Twitch page, so make sure you're tuning in. As always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.